Good morning. Now the kids are dropped off, I can get on with the day, and today I've got to go to Southampton. There's a big IKEA there. I've been instructed to go there and get some bits for the house. I've been putting it off for weeks, so I thought I can't put it off any longer. So I'm heading over there today, but I'm going to make a day of it. And with that in mind, I thought what I could do today is do a back to basics kind of video. A video about how easy it is to live with an EV day to day, just doing those things that you would expect to have to do in daily family life. So the trip today, I've already done the school run and I'm up to 12 miles already. The overall distance today, providing I don't go anywhere else, is give or take a mile, 75 miles. So it's just outside, well, I say it's outside the range of this car. This car can do it. So it's a 24 kilowatt hour Nissan Leaf, 2015 one. It can do that mileage. But a lot of the mileage today is on the motorway and certainly a long spell of dual carriageway. If I want to get 75 plus miles out of this on fast roads, I need to taper my speed. So I need to be looking to probably sit at 60 mile an hour. It's not to say I can't do it, but when you've got options of charging, and this is the beauty of having an EV, that initially with a little bit of planning, and then like I didn't need to plan today at all because I know where the chargers are when I get there. So you learn and you develop how to use an EV over time. It's easier for me just to sit at motorway speeds, and then when I get there, I'll plug into a charger. And I've got a couple of choices which I'll go over in a minute with you. So before I left, I zeroed the trip meter. I zeroed the efficiency meter that's on the car wings in here. I started off, I unplugged this morning, and because the preheat had been on, I've got that set on a timer. For some reason, it was sat at 99% when I got in. Sometimes it's at 100, sometimes it's 99. No rhyme or reason to that. But the guessometer was showing 96 miles, and so far today I've done 12 miles, and the guessometer now is showing 83 miles. So it's based on the driving that you've recently been doing. And last thing, yesterday, the last time I drove it, I did the school run. So very similar driving to what I've already done this morning. I'm just coming into Southampton now. Since I last spoke to you, all I've been on is dual carriageways and motorways. I've travelled at pretty much bang on 70 mile an hour, which is about 112 kilometers an hour, I believe. All the way through, occasionally a little bit more, occasionally a little bit less, just moving with the traffic in and out. So proper motorway speeds without being silly and without breaking the law. So that's the journey I've had up till now. I've done 35 miles since I set off this morning. My guessometer is now telling me I've got 41 miles left. So for 75 miles, 76 miles in total based on my driving. And it's based on the driving really that I've been doing on that motorway. So as I said before, if you sit at 70 mile an hour, then you're going to be able to do about 75 miles in this car. To give you an idea today, the temperature is 3 degrees, so it's pretty cold. I've had the heating on the whole time. So here's a little interesting experiment. 41 miles on the guessometer. If I turn all my heating off, it goes to 42. So speed camera. So generally you gain, I find, if you're not driving stupidly, you lose about 2 miles, 1 or 2 miles if you turn the heating on and off. My next decision, if you like, is where I'm going to park, and where I'm going to park is very much based on the chargers that are available to me. So in Southampton, as I said before, I know there's an Ecotricity rapid charger, and I know that there are, I think it's Polar run them, charge points in one of the shopping centre car parks that would charge my car at about 3 kilowatts an hour. I want to go and use the rapid charger because there is only one, so I have to hope it's free. It's in IKEA. Now, I know if I can get on that rapid charger, I think the current costs for Ecotricity are 30p per kilowatt hour. If I was an Ecotricity customer, there'd be 15p. But if I plug into that charger and then go and shop in IKEA, as long as I spend £6 or more, IKEA will give me £6 off my bill. So what whatever it's going to cost me to charge this, it is not going to be £6. I'm going to get basically paid to charge there. The only inconvenience I will have is that I will not leave this sat in the only rapid charger there. So when it's charged, and you get all the notifications on the app, when it's charged, I'll go and move it to another parking spot. So that's the only downside, if you like. If that's full, or if for whatever reason it's not working and I can't use it, then what I will do is go and park in the shopping centre car park. I know that there are 5 chargers there, charge posts. I think they're operated by Polar, but if it's the same as it's been the previous times I've come, you don't need your card and you don't need an app. It's as simple as plugging in as flicking a switch. Now when we arrive, I'll show you the difference between the 2 plugs, where they plug in, how it all works and how the lead works. But for now, traffic's pretty heavy, so bear with me while I get myself parked. And welcome to the joy of midweek shopping at IKEA. There's hardly anybody here. This is brilliant. Nobody in the charger, so I can go straight in there and get hitched up. One thing I just realised as I came in, obviously I'm talking about Southampton here because I've come here a lot and I know the chargers and I know the setups here. But what do you do if you don't know the setups and you don't know what chargers are available to you? As you'd expect, there's loads of apps available. For me, the 2 that I use are ZapMap and PlugShare. If you look at either of those, it will generally tell you where all the chargers are, the different types of chargers, and it's really interactive with its members. Let's show you how to use one of these rapid chargers. Okay, maybe I should have checked the app before I came. You probably saw there, for whatever reason, the CHAdeMO cable isn't working here. The CCS one is, but CHAdeMO isn't. Don't know why that is. So what I'm going to do, I've tried plugging it in, 'cause sometimes Ecotricity will go onto a free vend, which if there's any issues with it's brilliant, where a lot of the other ones won't. That said, it's not. So I'm going to try and find a phone number to give them a call.
Hi there. Free to Electric Highway team, Matt speaking. How can I help?
Hello there. I'm at one of your chargers in Southampton at IKEA, and the CHAdeMO cable's showing is not working. I don't know if that's something. Are you able to do anything your end, or is it broke?
I can have a look. What was the pub number that you're at?
Thank you anyway. All right. Cheers. Bye bye. Well, there you go. That is the reality sometimes, unfortunately, of driving an electric vehicle. Everything is still in its infancy. That particular rapid charger is one of the very old ones, one of the original ones, and the connector
in 100 yards
is also one of the original ones. So, as much as the chap said, keep trying it, it will go on to free vend. I'm bored of that, so I'm going to go to the other car park, and I'm going to plug in there and get on with my day. Right, here we go. If you come to West Quay in Southampton, come into one of the main car parks, level 5, that's where you need to be, and the charger, there's a row of them. They've got Chargemaster written on them, but as I say before, I think they're owned or looked after by Polar. It says that you need a Polar app or card. You absolutely don't. All you need is your lead. And it's as simple as that. I'm up and charging now, so by the time I've finished here, there should be no issues whatsoever. So time to shop. Well, that's it. I've been here about 3 hours, got all my shopping. Let's go and see how the car's got on. Okay, so when I arrived here, I think we were on about 40 miles based on my current driving habits. Let's have a look and see where we are now. So it's gone up to 73 miles. We're now at 87%, so 40, 60, 70, 30, just over 30 miles. So about 10 miles every hour based on the charge that's in my car, which is kind of what I expect, really. Actually, probably got 7% more charge than I would have if I went to the Rapid, because at 80%, I probably would have moved it, because there's no point in it just trickling away there. There's still loads of bays free here, so I haven't blocked anyone, and I've had 3 hours of shopping. So all that driving to get here has cost me nothing, which is brilliant. So let's get home, and I can give you a few conclusions and a few little pointers that I think you might need to know. So there we go, I've arrived home. Since I last spoke to you, I drove home, I drove to get the kids from school, and I've brought them back. Car's now parked up on the driveway, charging up again for the night. So not a bad day all in all. Just as a final look at all the figures. So when I got home, I had travelled 76.2 miles. I had 34% battery left and 36 miles on the gasometer. So I drove quite carefully to the school and back. I didn't realise, but there you go. So all in all, for me, a very easy day. I ummed and ahed about whether I should put the whole section in about the ecotricity charger not working. But ultimately, that's the truth of the matter. That's what happens from time to time. To be fair, I've never been let down by ecotricity before in the 3 years I've had the car. Generally, there's more than one charger, so if there is a problem with one, you can go on to the other, or they just revert to a free vend, so there's no issues with them. So that's the first time it's ever happened to me, unfortunately. But as I always have said in the past, always have a backup plan. Always have a second place where you've got in your mind that you can go if there's a problem with the first charger. And on this occasion, actually, it worked really well for me, because I'm not going to bother with that rapid charger again. Not because I'm concerned it won't work, but actually it was so much easier just plugging in the main shopping centre and going off shopping and not having to worry about rushing back to move the car so I'm not blocking it for anyone else. So, 3 years in, and even I'm still learning the best way of doing things. So that brings today to an end. Hopefully it's been of some benefit to you if you're looking to buy an EV. If you've already got one, perhaps it mirrors some experiences you've had. Pop something in the comments section if you have found better ways of doing things, or whether that's kind of quite a normal day out for you. It's always handy to learn off other people. Either way, if you've enjoyed it, remember to like and share it. And if you're not doing so already, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.